So the beautiful thing is that here it changes things happened to me is when I went to the foundation level, yani, to understand the Tawheed part of it. Although it's very complicated for somebody if we tell in the beginning itself, go study Tawheed and study Asma al Husna. And in the beginning, it's hard for somebody who cannot really understand why it is required also. So, but it was a game changer for me, I think. Because if you see, the person with the belief of something else also is achieving something. Because of the belief he has on something else. Because he believes that, okay, this is something which is helping him.
Yep.
That's why he keeps it with him. Yeah.
Yep.
And he is achieving something with that just because of that belief.
Yep.
Imagine if your belief is real truth, the real haqq,
Yes.
If that is clear.
Yep.
This manifestation law, all these kinds of laws which is there, which is making things complicated online,
kind of thing,
making it like
close your eyes and reality will happen.
Okay, in the parallel world, you have already the wife there. Oh, well, I don't know. I was watching those things before, and I'm like, what the hell was I doing? Did I waste so many hours watching those things?
Exactly.
I wish I had those hours used on something else, at least on the sports or something.
Exactly. Yes.
I think when I started practicing practically, it worked on me, especially with my skills, with my understanding on the creative side of me.
Yes.
Going straight away. I don't know what's gonna happen. Let's try it. Let's go ahead. Yes. That's how it helped me. Of course, going classes and trainings like yours and some of the brothers in Bahrain and everywhere. But there is one problem is building persona was it took me a long time because you told one thing, Ani, to find out your superpower and also about the persona. And I remember samurai was something which you used to tell.
Yeah. Story of the samurai.
Samurai thing.
Yeah.
I don't know where you got it from, but it was very interesting because they have something, some warrior thing also there.
Yeah.
I did not get it until it's like, I got into sports of like athletic or martial arts or something. Because I was not exposed to those things.
Yeah.
But I want to hear from you before I talk something about sports or athleticism or anything.
Yeah.
What's your take on this? Why did you get that part when we had our own Islamic, heroes? But you chose samurai.
Well, the samurai actually it's a metaphor. Okay, it's a metaphor that through that metaphor we basically spread principles, concepts, beliefs, mindset, skills, and go on. Why the samurai? Because my background is martial arts. Okay. So, I love martial art. I used to be the champion of Taekwondo, and I did kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, what you do, and MMA. So I'm thrilled about martial arts. So that's why, the samurai came in. And having a metaphor is a really powerful way to learn something. And Allah uses it in the Quran even. There are so many verses which has metaphor, and through that metaphor there's lots of explanation and concepts and principles that we can learn. So that's why the samurai was there. And during once I was designing my training programs, so each skill has there is a set of skills and tools. Also, there is principles and concepts behind it. And what I do is I come out with a metaphor connecting with those tools and skills and principles and even mindset and go on. And through that metaphor, I basically, spread or link those concepts and go on. So that's why the samurai came in. And there are so many versions of the samurai itself. So
I see.
It's about the martial arts.
Martial arts, the warrior.
The warrior, the samurai. And actually it should be the Bushido because the samurai is different than the Bushido, but samurai is commercially is easier.
Really, huh? But it's a good idea to link something, and because it's hard to remember some of the, I don't know how many workshops I have attended. It's hard to remember what was that step, what was that strategy.
Thank you. But if you remember the story,
Yes.
You will remember the strategies and you will remember
Everything.
the concepts
It's
and
in
go
one
on.
place.
Yes,
you know.
exactly. It's one place.
I use Seerah of Rasul as like a star, yani, for me. It's like a persona for me. It becomes very easy to see like how he handled stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But even samurai as a warrior, amazing idea, you know. So much is there. But which martial arts did you choose?
Which martial art did I choose?
Yeah, there are so many martial arts.
Well, actually,
why,
the first martial art I practiced, I was 12 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember. I used to love Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan and even Van Damme. You know, I used to go to the video stores.
Van Damme.
Van Damme, yes.
Yeah.
And that was in 90s. That was in 2000. Sorry, that was in 1991, 1992.
Okay, 90s.
Those times. 90s, yes. So I was watching those movies and trying to practice what they're doing and go on. So one of these days, we were living in Sugaya in Manama, and there was a playground. We was playing football, and one of my friends there said, "You know that there is a martial art instructor living in that house." And I was like, "Whoa!" Okay.
Really?
So once I was like playing football, but my mind was there all the time. So one of these days, I went to that house and knocked the door, you know, and this old woman came out of that house. Yes, what do you want, son? And I said, there is a martial art trainer here in your house. I was 12 years old that day. Okay. And then she laughed and said, yes, wait 1 minute. And she called her son.
Okay.
And that son came, which he was a martial art black belt in Taekwondo. He has a black belt in Taekwondo.
Bahrain.
Was Captain Adil or some name Adil. He came out and he said to me, "Yes, what do you want?" I said, "Can you teach me martial arts?" I was like this. "Can you teach me martial arts?" And he looked at me and said to me, "How old are you?" I said, "I'm only 12 years old." And he laughed at me. He said, "Yes, we can teach you, but you need to come to the club."
Oh, they had club.
And yes, there was a club in Marina Club, and then he gave me the number, and I was nagging on my dad and mom, and they took me finally there, and I registered.
Mashallah.
And then that's when I started.
So karate was your first?
No,
time?
it was Taekwondo.
Taekwondo.
Yes, it was Taekwondo, and in 2 years, I was so passionate about it. I was really good. In 2 years, they selected me to be part of the national team, and I represented Bahrain in so many occasions and so many championships. Wow. And I was also, since I was 14, 15 years old, I was 3 years Bahrain champion, gold medal. I was a GCC champion. I represented Bahrain in Korea, Asian Cup, Arab Cup, and Asian. So I did Taekwondo.
I think this was something, maybe a trigger for you to get.
It was a trigger, and I went to Korea actually. I went twice to Korea, and I learned Taekwondo there. Okay, and it was really hard. And as we learned, subjects in school, they learn Taekwondo. Okay, they don't. They study Taekwondo actually. They wake up. They wake up in the morning and they practice. They train like 9 hours in a day. Okay, and one of the beautiful opportunities that I had in my life, the experience that I had is, I was part of those schools. They took us there and I lived with them. And we were living in a school and wake up every morning, go jogging in the morning time, go on the mountains actually. And it was really hectic. Go on the mountain every morning in the cold, sometimes it was raining. We had to run. And then going back, having a little bit breakfast and then going and training hard every morning with champions. Okay. Wow. And each one of, the students are national team champions, Korean champions. And he fought in ward, I don't know where, and this. And we were like fighting against them and training with them all the time. And that gave me really good opportunity, learn discipline, learn meditating and focusing. And I was good. And once I came back to Bahrain, and they were like calling me even the Korean guy. So,
okay,
I had the same
you
style.
were also Korean guy before.
Yes. So it was a good opportunity that I had. And I was like 14, 15, 16 years old during that time.